Our next lesson is Turbo C printing and displaying. So again, open up your Turbo C compiler. We type the main structure that we have defined on our previous lesson. So let's include stdio.h, our main body or main function. Opening, closing curly bracket, and our clear screen and get function. Now from this basic structure, we will make our first printing or displaying program. So we will make use of the printf function. Inside the printf function, we use the opening and closing parentheses, and then inside we will put two double quotation marks. Now everything that we place inside the double quotation mark will be printed on the screen. So in our case, we will type hello world. Afterwards, we compile our program. There are no errors. Then we run our program. So there you have it. Our first hello world or printing program. Now, what if I want to get a particular value or data from the user? Now, in this example, I want to get an integer value. So, we declare the data type for our variable, which is integer. It's defined or symbolized by int. File load var your variable name. In our case, I want to make use of a as our integer variable. In this example, I want to first display the word please input value to the user before he or she can input a particular value. So we'll make use of our printf and then type the word please input value. Now if I want the particular value to be inputted after this particular line is displayed, we'll make use of the \n function. Note that almost or all of our line is terminated by semicolon. If we want to get a particular value from the user and then transfer that value to a particular variable, we use the function scanf. So the scanf function has basically two parts. The first one is inside the double quotation, and the second part is after the comma. Now the first part is where we put the particular data type for our scanf. Now this is symbolized by the percentage sign, and then we use D or I for integer, and then C for character, and F for float. Now in our instance, because we will use the integer value, we will use T or I, and then after the comma symbol, we use the symbol and sign or ampersand to note that we are transferring the user inputted value to our variable a, which is an integer. Now I would also want to modify printf hello world to display the user inputted value. So in order to use or display a variable to the screen in our printf function, we also use the particular percentage symbol of the data type that we want to display. So in our case, it's percentage %d. Now after the last double quotation mark, we put in comma. This comma denotes that after the double quotation mark, the variable that we want to call must be declared. So we only want to display one instance of an integer. So after the comma symbol, we will put the particular variable we want to be displayed. Note that we only used a here and not ampersand a because we are just basically displaying the particular value. Afterwards, we compile our program. There are no errors. Then we now run the program. Select our input value. Let's say I want to make use of 89. As you can see, after typing 89, the hello world uh, text is displayed, followed by the number 89. Now, if we want to display particular uh, variables or particular datas, we can display not just one but three or more, three or five, or any number of variables on the screen, as long as we properly declare the order to which the variables will be displayed. In this example, we use three variables, so there should also be three variables declaration here. So A. As you can see, after the particular variable, we separate them using the comma symbol. So we compile our program again, then we run it. Let's say this one symbol or the number 4. Hello world 444. You can also make use of a variable operation inside the printf function. So let us try to use an addition inside our very first display variable. So the first D should have the summation of A and A. So again, we run our program, input 5. So there you have it, hello world 10 5 5. And that's the end of our second lesson.